Trent Alexander-Arnold is a man who splits opinions at Anfield due to his ongoing contract situation. With Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, it's pretty straightforward that the vast majority of Liverpool fans would like the duo to remain at the club going into next season. However, when it comes to Trent, there's no defined opinion shared by a majority. Part of the fan base would like to keep him, others would like to see him depart, then there's a section that don't mind either way. In today's video, we have some huge news as Liverpool have been handed a shock boost amid the latest Trent Alexander-Arnold news. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez has been heavily linked with Liverpool and is considered the top left-back target, with the latest reports describing the Reds as closing in on the defender. The left-back position is expected to receive investment and attention this summer amid doubts over Andy Robertson's longevity and Kostas Tsimikas' suitability. Kerkez has been name-checked by several reliable outlets and reporters, with The Athletic's David Ornstein recently stating that he remains a strong option for Liverpool. Sources have now claimed that Liverpool are trying to get on the front foot ahead of other interested suitors, such as Man City, Man United and Arsenal, and it has caused them to speed up their pursuit. Liverpool have reached out to Kerkez's representatives and initial contact has been made with Bournemouth, but sources stress that no bid has been tabled yet, understandably so. The price tag is mooted to be no less than £40 million, which is considerably more than the £8 million the club parted with for Andy Robertson in 2017 and the £11.75 million for Kostas Tsimikas. Kerkez is understood to favour a move to Liverpool over the other options, the report states, and made a note to mention his new agent brokered Federico Chiesa's move to Anfield last summer. The 21-year-old ticks a number of boxes, including age profile, experience and the threat going forward, which has seen him score twice and set up 5 assists this season for Bournemouth. The Hungarian is a close friend of Dominik Szoboszlai and has close to 150 senior appearances for club and country, and he only turned 21 in November. The Cherries already signed future replacement with 20-year-old Julio Soler in the January window, which Richard Hughes will be more than aware of as he assesses Liverpool's options this summer. Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies and Paris Saint-Germain's Nuno Mendes have been mooted as other left-back options, but both have recently signed new deals, while Ajax's Jorel Heto could be another to watch. Liverpool have needs they have to address in the summer window, but how deep they are will hugely depend on how many of the 3 out-of-contract players sign new deals. Now, Liverpool have been handed a shock boost amid the latest Trent Alexander-Arnold news, as Trent Alexander-Arnold is sidelined with an ankle injury and a new update has been offered on his return timeline, which is described as hopeful. Alexander-Arnold looked distraught after his ankle injury against Paris Saint-Germain last week, but initial scans showed no serious damage. His return will not be quick, but the Mail's Lewis Steele has reported that the right-back is hoping to play again at some point in April, with his season not considered over. Liverpool's exit from the Champions League ensures only 9 games remain in the 2024/25 season, which could yet be the number 66's last at the club, with a contract still not signed. Steele noted that there is no definite timescale on when Alexander-Arnold will be past fit, but that the player is hopeful the injury is a matter of weeks rather than months. Arne Slot's side do not resume their title fight until April 2nd against Everton at Anfield, and they will then play their 8 remaining games over 7 weeks. With the season not concluding until May 25th, Alexander-Arnold would have to undergo a recovery of more than 10 weeks if he is not to feature again this season, which is unlikely. Slot even said ahead of the Carabao Cup final that we do expect him back before the end of the season, and a mid-April return could see him available against either Leicester, April 20th, or Spurs, April 27th. The 26-year-old's absence was obvious as Liverpool struggled to create and pass their way through Newcastle at Wembley, with Jarell Quansah stepping up in his and Conor Bradley's absence. With Bradley also not expected to make a swift return after the international break, Slot will need to likely continue with Kwanzaa or turn to a more unorthodox option such as Curtis Jones at right back. In other injury news, Harvey Elliott allayed any fears of an injury stemming from a reckless challenge from Joelinton by reporting for training for England under-21s on Wednesday. Finally, Andy Robertson is aware that Liverpool are being heavily linked to new left-backs, but he is adamant that it is not yet his time to relinquish his starting role. The 31-year-old has been favoured over Kostas Tsimikas under Arne Slot, starting 33 of Liverpool's 47 games this season, but he has not been without a few missteps. His longevity in the side is under the microscope, and links to new left-back options are not in short supply, with Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez emerging as the early frontrunner. Robertson, though, is not about to relinquish his spot in the side without a fight, as he told reporters ahead of Scotland's Nations League meeting with Tsimikas Greece. "I think we've been linked with pretty much every left-back in the world," he conceded with a smile. "But look, that's part and parcel of it. You play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, and I've been very lucky, but I wouldn't put it down to luck. I look back on these 8 years that I've had there as the starting left-back at one of the best clubs in the world for that long, and that's something I'm very proud of. Your time comes, and I don't think it's my time yet, but whatever happens with the club, whether we do bring someone in or we don't, then so be it. I'll always back myself." There has been a couple of moments this season when I haven't covered myself in glory, but some things have been taken way out of proportion. I think certainly the last couple of months the performance levels have been there for me. I think if you look back on all the games this season, then I've had a relatively good season. But the one thing people will say about my time at Liverpool is I've been pretty consistent, so when you make a couple of mistakes, then people can talk. That's the world we live in, that's the Premier League. Everyone has eyes on you, everyone has an opinion. It is what it is, but I'm always confident in my ability. I've shown that right throughout my whole career, but especially during my time at Liverpool, and hopefully that can continue. Robertson is contracted at the club until 2026, at which point he will be 32 and more than aware of the club's reluctance to extend deals for older age players, as their interest in Kerkez shows. The 21-year-old is widely regarded as the club's priority left-back target, but his price tag is more than £40 million, 5 times the amount Liverpool paid for Robertson in 2017, £8 million. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.